In a quiet town in England, during the autumn of 1985, an elderly couple, Ron and Mary Johnson, were enjoying a peaceful evening by the fireplace. Their home was filled with warmth, the walls adorned with paintings collected over the years. Among them was a print of a sorrowful child with teary eyes, a piece they had bought at a local market years ago. It was a part of the famous Crying Boy series, painted by Giovanni Bragolin, an artist known for his haunting depictions of children in distress. That night, as the Johnsons went to bed, an eerie silence filled the air. Hours later, they awoke to the smell of smoke. Flames engulfed their living room, devouring everything in their path. They barely managed to escape, watching in horror as their home was reduced to ashes. But when the fire was finally extinguished, the firefighters discovered something unsettling. The Crying Boy painting had survived, untouched by the flames. The Johnsons' story was not unique. Throughout England, similar incidents began to emerge. Homes were burning down under mysterious circumstances, yet in every case, the Crying Boy painting remained unscathed. The tabloid newspaper The Sun picked up the story on September 4, 1985, publishing an article with the shocking headline. In the article, a firefighter claimed that in multiple house fires, they found intact, Crying Boy paintings amid the ruins. Even more chilling, some firefighters refused to have the painting in their own homes, fearing it carried a curse. The story spread like wildfire, and more people came forward with their own eerie experiences. Families reported strange occurrences, objects moving on their own, unexplained whispers in the night, sudden misfortunes, all after bringing the painting into their homes. Panic gripped the nation. The Crying Boy was no ordinary painting. It was one of many copies mass-produced in the 1950s and 60s, selling in large numbers across Europe. The artist, Giovanni Bragolin, whose real name was Bruno Amadio, had painted numerous versions, each depicting a different sorrowful child. But why would these paintings survive fires while everything else turned to ash? Some skeptics suggested that the paintings were coated with a fire-resistant varnish, explaining their survival. But believers in the curse had a different theory. One legend claimed that Bragolin had painted orphans who had suffered great tragedies, and that their sorrow was trapped within the paintings. Another, even darker tale suggested that one of the children in the paintings had died in a fire, and his restless spirit now haunted the artwork. As the hysteria grew, The Sun launched a campaign, urging people to get rid of the cursed paintings. Hundreds of terrified readers sent their prints to the newspaper's office. In a dramatic event, a large bonfire was set up, and the paintings were burned in an attempt to break the curse. Despite the mass hysteria, no concrete evidence ever proved the supernatural nature of the paintings. Scientists dismissed the curse as mere coincidence, attributing the fires to common household accidents. But for those who had witnessed the eerie survival of the painting firsthand, logic was not enough to erase the fear. Decades later, the legend of the Crying Boy still lingers. While many dismiss it as an urban myth, others continue to whisper stories of haunted homes, flickering candle flames, and unseen eyes watching from the sorrowful faces of Bragolin's children. And so, the question remains, was the Crying Boy just a painting, or was it something more? Perhaps, somewhere in a forgotten attic or an old antique shop, another Crying Boy still waits, its sorrowful gaze hiding a secret that will never truly be explained.